Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking retinoids, more specifically what I term the retinoid hierarchy. Now, with retinol quickly disappearing from our skincare lives, with brands removing their retinol-containing products at quite a quick rate, it's left a lot of people out there wondering, okay, which retinoid should I move to now? Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you all the various retinoid options, the pros, the cons, of course, the strength that they represent, and therefore, you can make the very best decision when it comes to your own skin's needs. I genuinely believe there is a retinoid out there for everyone, and hopefully in today's video, I'll help you find the perfect one for you. Sit back, relax, let's start choosing the perfect retinoid. Now, today's video actually forms part of Skincare Week, which is something that I run every single year in July here on the channel. For 1 week a year, I increase the rate of uploads from every other day to daily, flooding your lives with skincare content. This allows me to cover some topics that I've been meaning to film for such a long time, but maybe haven't got round to. And today's video is a great example of that. Lots of you guys have been requesting like a breakdown of different retinoids, and so hopefully you'll find this super useful. I'd love to know though, how many of the 4 videos in Skincare Week have you seen so far? How dedicated have you been? Have you made it through all 4 already? Or are you still finding your way through it in video number 1? Let me know by leaving the number down in the comment section below so I can see exactly how many people are watching us in Skincare Week, however many videos you've watched. Hopefully you've enjoyed the content that you've seen, and any suggestions for future videos that you'd like to see, very much welcome. Drop those again in the comment section below. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the different retinoids and how they work. I'm making some product recommendations as I go along. Just know that all of these recommendations are free of sponsorships or paid partnerships. I turn down that coin because I just find it helps me to retain my independence, and I pride myself on being a truly independent voice here in the skincare community. It allows me to speak from the heart and never the wallet, and for that I'm always so grateful. If you want to support me as a truly independent content creator, the very best way of doing that is by reaching down, giving the video a big thumbs up and a like. The more likes the video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So it just means as many people as possible can discover our wonderful Mad About Skin family. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So I referenced earlier how the days for retinol might be a little bit numbered, and that's actually as a result of increasing legislation and regulations seen across the globe. If you want to know a bit more about that, I did a deep dive in a recent video, which I'll leave a link to up there, so definitely one to check out if you want to explore that topic a little bit more detail. But don't worry, retinol might be being phased out, but there's so many other great retinoids that you can choose from. And often people refer to it as the retinoid hierarchy, going from the lowest strength options through to the highest. But I think there's more nuance to it than that. You shouldn't just be choosing on strength, because actually each different retinoid has some additional benefits it can bring to your routine, and that's what I'm going to break apart in today's video. So let's start with what often sees itself at the bottom of this retinoid hierarchy, generally the weakest in strength, but still perfect for certain skin types, and that's retinoid esters. Now, retinol esters actually come in many different forms. The one that most people have heard of is retinol palmitate, which is of course in the famous A313 serum, which has gone viral on TikTok for like the 8th millionth time. Now, retinol esters actually have to go through a lot of conversions in the skin to get to the retinoic acid that delivers all the great benefits. These benefits are increasing collagen and elastin production, smoothing out the skin by dialing up cell turnover, and just eradicating some hyperpigmentation, dark spots and discoloration. But the more conversions a retinoid has to go through, the weaker it becomes. Because retinol esters go through the most conversions, they're generally seen as the weakest option. But that could work well for some people. If you have very reactive skin that can't tolerate other retinoids, a retinoid ester might work really well for you. And like I say, that A313 cream is viral for a reason. If, however, you're new to retinoids completely, you've never tried one, you want to know where to start, I think retinol esters are a really great starter point because you get the results in the long term, but you won't get the side effects and irritation. Are there strong options available? Absolutely. But I always think when it comes to retinoids, start low and build your way up. And I think retinol esters are a great place to start. Also, brands are getting a little crafty and realise that retinol esters are a great addition alongside other retinoids in order to dial up the potency of a product. There have been quite a few studies which show if you pair a retinol ester, such as retinol palmitate, alongside other retinoids, they increase the results that you're going to see without necessarily increasing the side effects and irritation. So just getting a little extra bang for your buck. This is something that I did when I created my own retinoid product. This is the Mad About Skin Ultimate Anti-Aging Oil. This uses retinal, which I'm coming on to later in the video, as its key ingredient, its key retinoid. But I put a little retinol palmitate in here alongside it, just based on those studies which show it can enhance the performance of the other retinoid without adding to the sensitivity and irritation. That for me is win-win-win, ding, ding, ding. And so let's not discount retinol esters completely. I think they're great for beginners, and they're great to see in a formula alongside other retinoids if you want to get a little extra performance from the main retinoid in the formula. This is in a beautiful oil base, so you can use it on the skin, you can mix it in with your moisturiser to apply to the body. It's really up to you. And I have left a cheeky discount code for 25% off this. If you did want to try it, that's down in the description box below. So we start at the bottom of this hierarchy. Let's take it up a notch, and this is where we talk about something called granactive retinoid. Now, granactive retinoid is one of the newer comers to the retinoid field, but it's honestly been a bit of a game changer. It's one step up from retinol and retinol esters in terms of its results. It goes through fewer conversions, so it keeps its potency. So great for people that are looking for a little bit more advanced anti-aging. But what I love most about granactive retinoid is it's clinically proven to reduce the rate of acne-causing bacteria on the skin. So if you're using your retinoid to reduce breakouts, reduce acne and skin congestion, I think that reaching for granactive retinoid is going to be one of the very best options on the market. You get that anti-aging, collagen production, increase in cell turnover, but you're also seeing reduction in acne-causing bacteria. So for someone like me who has hit 40 but is still super acne prone, this could be a game changer. And this is where I was saying, don't just base your retinoid choice on strength. Also look for some of the additional values that it can bring. And I think granactive retinoid is a wonderful option for anyone that has acne or persistent breakouts. It's also not particularly sensitizing on the skin. Results from studies show that granactive retinoid is generally better tolerated, even though it's stronger, than retinol, which is why I think one of the main reasons that retinol is being phased out, because it's just better options on the market. My favourite granactive retinoid options are these. This is the ordinary granactive retinoid emulsion. This is perfect for people that want granactive retinoid, but in a really light emulsion type viscosity. It's not thick, it's not heavy, it's just a really nice emulsion serum. This is also super affordable. So if you don't want to break the bank and you want a super affordable granactive retinoid, I think the ordinary is where it's at. If you don't mind spending a little bit more to get a little bit more, the highest concentration of granactive retinoid in any skincare product is in this. This is the Dr. Sam Flawless Nightly Pro. This has a sky-high amount of granactive retinoid, so it's really packing an anti-aging punch. But in here, you've also got some wonderful hydrators. You've got some great calming and soothing ingredients. So they've really thought about offsetting any potential side effects while also dialing up the results you're going to see. I absolutely love this one. It's not the cheapest out there, but I think for people that have very dry skin type but want to use a retinoid, this is an amazing option. And for people that have acne but dry skin, so if you've got dehydrated skin but also acne, this could be your holy grail. So we've got on the bottom of the hierarchy, we've got the retinoid esters. We've gone up to granactive retinoid, and then we're going to go up a further step, which is with retinaldehyde, also known as retinal. Now, this is my personal favourite retinoid. I think this just hits all the right boxes. You know, you don't need a prescription to get your hands on it, so it's super accessible. There's some really inexpensive formulas on the market. It also reduces the amount of sensitivity and irritation versus retinol or granactive retinoid. So it actually has a lower sensitivity profile, yet a higher potency, which for me is like gold standard when it comes to anti-aging. This, I would say, is the very best over-the-counter retinoid that you're going to find, and retinol is finding its way into just about everyone's skincare routine. I'd say this is probably the most popular retinoid of choice at the moment, even surpassing retinol, and honestly, I am thrilled because I know so many of you guys have said you got great results from your retinal serums. Now, retinal also has some of the shared benefits of granactive retinoid in that it will reduce the amount of acne-causing bacteria on the skin, meaning it's a really good option if you have breakout or acne-prone skin. However, studies have also showed that compared to other over-the-counter retinoids, Retinal is actually the most effective when it comes to reducing hyperpigmentation, dark spots, and discoloration. That's because it can help prevent the pooling of pigment in an uneven distribution, which is where you get those dark spots, that area of excess pigment. No other retinoid over-the-counter actually delivers this in the same way, so that's a nice added benefit. I think for this reason, if you're looking for a comprehensive over-the-counter option, Retinal is really where it's at. And I've got a couple of recommendations. My absolute holy grail is always going to be the Geek and Gorgeous A-Game collection. Now, they do 3 strengths. They do the 5, the 10, and the 20. If you're someone that's new, but kind of likes the idea of Retinal and wants to start at this point, you can just go for the lowest strength. Go for the A-Game 5. Then you can use one whole tube. Next time you repurchase, go for the 10. Then once you've used a couple of tubes of the 10, go for the 20. And that way you've built up your tolerance and you're using the highest strength option, and you should get 0 sensitivity and irritation. Retinol is amazing, and this, I would say, is one of the best formulas. I'm going to link all different strengths down in the description box for you, but just make sure that you start with the lowest and work your way up. The best retinoid you're going to get over the counter. Retinal in its very best form. This is just a wonderful, wonderful product. And because Retinal goes through so few conversions, it's really close to that retinoic acid that our skin needs to deliver these benefits. It keeps its potency, and I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful product. Now, we're kind of crossing over a threshold as we get to the highest strength in terms of this hierarchy of retinoids. We're crossing over a little bit. We're going to talk about the prescription retinoids, specifically tazarotene, which is new generation 1, and tretinoin, which a lot of people will be familiar with. Now, for these options, generally you will need a prescription, which means a face-to-face consultation with a dermatologist or a medical professional. Some options are available online with an online consultation, but there will be some intervention needed. If you're lucky to live in one of those countries like Turkey, where you can literally buy it over the counter, go for it. But that is a rarity. Most of the time, tazarotene and tretinoin are available only on prescription. So you have that added barrier and usually an added cost of getting the prescription for this product. But these are the highest potency when it comes to delivering anti-aging. The closest you're going to get to that retinoic acid in order to deliver the maximum results, minimum conversions, and loss of potency. Now, these will come with a lot more side effects than any of the other options that I've talked about today. The dryness, the redness, the peeling, the irritation, what collectively are known as the retinoid uglies. That shouldn't be a barrier for you trying these, it's just something to be aware of. Also, with tretinoin and tazarotene being medical grade products that you're getting on prescription, they tend not to have the elegant formulations that the other products that I've talked about today do have. They tend to come in one single form, just generally a base cream with the active ingredient added in, which is absolutely fine, but they can tend to be a little bit on the heavier side, maybe not feel as nice on application. That shouldn't matter to most people out there, but I like to call that out because we are truly looking at the pros and the cons here. If you want a nice, lightweight, elegant, lightweight finish on your retinoid, then tretinoin and tazarotene, generally it's quite hard to find that. However, what you are getting with this is sky-high results when it comes to anti-aging. There is so much data backing up how effective tretinoin is in terms of boosting collagen and elastin production, and we're now seeing that same data come through for tazarotene. Now, the two of these will be found on prescription, but generally speaking, most online dermatologists that I've seen would recommend tazarotene over tretinoin because it's a newer generation where you get the same results but with fewer side effects and irritation. Tazarotene is generally better tolerated on the skin, so I think it would work and be more applicable for a wider range of people. For this reason, you're seeing declines in the number of prescriptions given out for tretinoin and conversely an increase in the number given out to tazarotene. That seems to be one of the trends in the prescription retinoid market. Either of these would work based on your skin type, and this is why I think it's really important to have that consultation with a medical professional who can understand your skin and recommend the right strength and the right form of prescription retinoid in order to help you get the results you want with minimum side effects. Definitely at the top of this retinoid hierarchy, has its benefits when it comes to next level anti-aging, but you do need to be aware that some of the formulas might not be quite as appealing on application, and you might get an increase in side effects versus some of the others. So, There you have it, guys. What was a little bit of a whistle-stop tour of the retinoid hierarchy. Honestly, whichever one of these forms you go for, you're going to get some great anti-aging results. But just know that some of them come with some added benefits. If you're breakout prone and looking to reduce acne, then reaching for retinal or granactive retinoid are going to pay so many great dividends on top of the anti-aging. If you have super sensitive skin that doesn't tolerate other retinoids, reaching for a retinol ester could be a wonderful way forward. And if you're in it for the maximum anti-aging and you don't have a particularly sensitive skin type, then going for one of the prescription options could really be of benefit. Hopefully this has just broken it all apart for you, simplified your skincare down, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. If you have any other questions, any comments, anything at all, let me know, because I always love to sit down at the end of every day with a big mug of tea and respond to each and every one of your comments. So drop them down in the comments section below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.